guys, how's everybody doing? Okay, we've made it. Number 5, the last thing that I check with um, on people when they say, hey, I'm not hitting my goals and I don't know where I'm going wrong. I don't know what part of this journey I don't have reeled in. A lot of people are probably going to turn off the video when they hear what it is, and that's okay. But I feel like it needs to be addressed because it's definitely probably one of the main things that people go, oh, I had no idea. And it's alcohol consumption. And this is, a lot of people have their opinions about alcohol consumption and weight loss, and I guess that's kind of what makes the world go round, right? You have, I know there's other nutritionists out there who say, oh, it doesn't affect weight loss or weight gain, or, it just doesn't play a part in that role. And they are there for some people. And that's fine. It's what they know, it's what they've learned, it's what they were taught. That's the avenue that they're going to take. I'm on a different road, and what I've learned and researched and what I've experienced in my practice and my time doing this is that alcohol can play a huge role in a person's ability to drop weight and hit goals. And so I wanted to talk about that because it's really important, and sometimes you have to stop and take a really hard look at what your week was like. Did you have more wine this week than you normally would, and could that be a reason why the scale isn't moving? So let's talk about that for a minute. First of all, alcohol is absolutely 100% empty calories. There is zero nutritional content in alcohol, period, end of discussion. Not even if you mix it with orange juice is it healthy for you. You are literally putting calories into your body that hold no nutritional value. And so you need to understand that. Alcohol is just a social thing, but it doesn't hold any nutrition. The next thing that you need to understand is when you consume alcohol, that is what your body burns first and foremost for fuel, period. Your body stops burning fat. It stops using reserved everything. It strictly focuses on using that alcohol to burn for energy. And so if you are out drinking and maybe it's a couple hours, maybe you're having dinner and you have a few drinks, you need to understand that that's what your body's burning. So if you had a really good day and you are a fat burning machine, as soon as you start drinking, that stops and it converts over to burning the alcohol for fuel. Now, one other thing that you have to realize is that consuming alcohol in moderation is one thing, but if you are consuming it more on a regular basis or more than on occasion, it actually can change the way that your body stores energy from food. So you have to be mindful of that. If you have a week where you are on vacation and you're drinking every single day, it can potentially change the way your body is storing that energy. And so it really does change the way that your body is reacting, the way that it's metabolizing. It will and can cause a shift in your metabolism itself, depending on how much you consume, how frequently you're consuming it, and that kind of thing. So these are all things to be super mindful of. Again, I'm not saying that you need to not ever drink. What I'm saying is if you have a month or a week or a couple months or a couple weeks that you're having issues hitting those goals, you need to stop and ask yourself, what has my alcohol consumption been like? It's a legitimate question that you need to absolutely think about. Not everybody drinks, so that's obviously not something that if you don't drink, you're not going to go there. But, sometimes you just got to be real and honest with yourself, and you need to say, okay, I was on vacation last week. I drank every single day. This is why I didn't hit my goal. And so it's about being real and honest with yourself. The other thing that alcohol does is it totally affects your judgment calls when it comes to food, because here's the deal. Alcohol completely changes your body's ability to feel full and satisfied. So no matter what you consume while you're drinking, you're just going to be more hungry, and you're going to probably make worse choices, more snacky stuff, more, oh, I'm going to try that and I want to bite of that. So it definitely does affect your judgment when it comes to healthy eating. When you drink, people tend to snack more, and that again is just, it just kind of goes with, the glass of wine. You have some cheese. It's just, they kind of go hand in hand. So your abilities to make really good choices when it comes to food is definitely affected. Alcohol also affects your sleep. Okay, so what it actually affects the time that you're more awake at night. And so what does that do? Well, sleep deprivation, it causes imbalances in hormones and can actually lead to the inability to lose weight or even weight gain. We talked about that in an earlier episode. So, and I know for me, when I drink, I don't sleep. Like, I can be really tired and go to sleep, but it's just icky sleep all night long. I don't feel rested. And so anyways, that's another thing that it can affect is your sleep. And then, of course, if you're sleep deprived, we've already hit on that. But alcohol consumption also affects proper digestion because it causes stress on the stomach and the intestines. And so it can actually slow that transit time down a little bit. And it just causes this unnecessary stress. And that's when it starts affecting the metabolism. And so that's kind of a different indirect way of affecting you, but that definitely can play a part on your metabolism. So you need to also be mindful of that. You literally will not burn fat while you're drinking. I think I already covered that. But I will tell you this, and this is a statistic that you can look up. It literally takes your liver about 10 hours to process one drink. So your liver is basically your body's filter. It's kind of like your car has a filter. Well, your filter is your liver. And that liver is constantly trying to rid your body of toxins. It's constantly working. The only time your liver ever gets a break is when you do a cleanse day. And so that's why it's really important, because we change the filter in our car. Why do we not assist the filter in our body? We're just so overloaded with toxins in today's world. Your liver needs a rest. But when you consume even one drink, it takes the liver 10 hours just to process that drink. So that's a big deal. And so we just have to, you got to get real. You got to ask the hard questions. Did I not hit my goal because I consumed too much alcohol this week? Again, not a big deal. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm giving you some helpful little pointers to be aware of if you're not hitting your goals. Or maybe your goal, maybe you hit some of it but not all of it. It's just another thing to take a really hard look at and be honest with yourself about your progress instead of making excuses for what happened. You really have to take a hard look at the efforts that you put in this week. And then, all of these things are a really good baseline for trying to figure out where things went wrong. But here's the deal. If you go down the checklist and every single thing checks out and you're like, no, I was spot on. I didn't drink and I exercised and I was spot on with my nutrition and my clean eating and I was moving and I got plenty of sleep. If all of those things check out and you really are genuinely having issues, it might be a good time to maybe go in and talk to your doctor about having some thyroid tests done. Adrenal tests, stuff like that. And just make sure everything is functioning. But I think that should be a last resort. I think that there's things that you can take a look at and change before you get into that realm of looking at what's going on inside your body. But anyways, those are the things that I like to work out with my clients when they're having an issue hitting their goals. It's just kind of a reality check. It's just like, let's just bounce some ideas off you and see where you're at. Anyways, I hope these things kind of helped you, and I hope that even if one person can say, oh, I learned something from that series, and I'm going to be more in tune and accountable with those 5 areas that Angela talked about, I'm going to be happy. So anyways, have a great weekend, you guys.